welcome back for week 2. So we're going to take the foundation skills that we started with last week in the videos and the information, and we are going to increase the difficulty a little bit on those exercises. So you're going to actually probably be a little surprised that it really doesn't take a lot to increase the difficulty too much for the dogs. Let me adjust this so hopefully you can see a little bit better. All right, so we're going to work on our rear skill, our sit to stand. Something as easy as elevating the front feet will make this a little more difficult. The other thing it does is it creates a new mental challenge for the dog. A lot of the dogs, when they have their feet up on an object, they really don't have any idea that they can still do the thing. So this may take a little bit of working through for your dogs. You'll have to see what they do. So I just have one of my platforms, and if you have, if you have puppies or young dogs, you don't really want to go very high. If you've got dogs that are a little bit older, have closed growth plates, then you can add some variations in the height as well. So you're just going to ask them to put their front feet up on the platform, and you're going to ask for the sit. That's not a sit. Wait. Sit. Yes. So notice how the front feet stayed still when he tucked his rear in. And then the stand. Yes, and that's a very nice kickback on his stand. Sit. Stand. Good. Sit. Stand. Yes. So once they can do it at that level, again, if you have puppies, do not increase the height. It needs to stay low. But now we can increase the height even more. By elevating the front, we've now created an additional offload to the rear. So there's more weight shifting in the rear, which impacts the amount of work that's done. It increases the load back there, makes those rear muscles work a little bit harder. Sit. Yes. Stand. Good. Sit. Uh-oh. Sit. Stand. Sit. Yes, good boy. Stand. Come back over here. Okay, thank you. Sit. Yes. Stand. Good. Sit. Uh-oh. Good. Okay, so that is our variation for the sit to stand exercise this week for you guys to work on. So the next one will be our stand, which we were working on just having a nice solid 2 feet on the one platform, 2 feet on the other platform, and having the dog stand. So I'm going to give you 2 options on this week. You're going to get a little bonus this week. So if they are doing okay with this stand, they're able to really hold that position. Yes, wait. From this position now, you can start asking for them to give you a paw. So now we have modified this to where they have to then counterbalance and restabilize when they lose that 4th paw to stand on. You notice when he did that, the only thing that moved was his front paw. Also notice how I'm holding his paw. I've got my palm up, the elbow and the shoulder all stay. Can you stop? Wait. The elbow and the shoulders all stay straight in a line. You don't need to jack the paw way up. It just needs to come up. He knows how to do this. You may have to help your dog if they are not familiar with this exercise. And if they can't keep their nose out of the food, then I'm just going to put the food behind my back. And we're just going to ask for him to hold this position. Okay? Wait. Then you're going to, no, come on, Choo-Choo. Get up here. Up. Wait. Wait. Then you're going to come back here to the back. You're going to support under the knee, and you're going to lift those hind legs. And again, they should stay in position, and they should work to counterbalance so that they maintain that stand. He's being really squirrely this morning. Come here. Stand. Wait. So again, I'm just picking up, straight up. Everything stays in alignment. I just pick straight up, just enough really to get the foot off the floor. And if you can do that, then you're going to want to hold for a good 5 seconds to start. We like to build that up. Come here. Sit. We like to build that up for some sit. For some duration, but we have to start with understanding and start with them being able to do the behavior. What you're watching for when you do that, lie down, please. is that they maintain the stand form. They may start shifting around. They may have to start kind of figuring out how to move their feet and how to balance themselves. And initially, that's going to be expected. But what we're ultimately looking for is that we maintain that proper stand form, and they hold that even if they've got one leg off the ground. Okay? So that's option number 1. Option number 2 for stand this week. This is called ipsilateral standing. And this is, let me think of how I can do this so you guys can see. It's going to be hard to kind of demo, I think. This means same side legs. Ipsilateral means same side legs. And I start this kind of with a little bit of a side step in. Yes. Yes. So we want the same side legs to go up on the platform. He's a little tucked in the rear on this one. Not exactly how I would prefer him to be. Not horrible. See if he can clean it up a little bit on this one. Yes. Yes, there we go. That's really the form we're looking for. He's in a nice square stand again. Top line is nice and flat. Rear feet and front feet are nice and solid and square underneath of him. Yes. Oh. Come on. Good boy. So that will be variation number 2 that you can work on for your stand behavior. Both of them then require the dog to counterbalance. So imagine if you were in a plank and you had to pick up same side feet. You really have to engage that core in order to do that. And then we instigate some work through those stabilizer muscles to actually keep the body upright. And of course, you're going to do that on both sides. Okay, so our third exercise is our front end exercise. And last week we started with just some front feet targeting, a little bit of work for the dogs to think about moving their feet. We didn't really care so much last week about the hind feet, but this week we are. And we're going to ask for a little more work. So I put one platform down. Again, you want to start low, and if you have puppies, you want to stay low. There's no reason to elevate it for a puppy. So we're going to ask for them to put their hind feet on the platform. Yes. And by doing that, we're now making them think a little bit more about how they're going to move their body. If the hind feet are isolated, they're really going to now focus in on those front legs. Also, by elevating the rear, we have, again, like we talked about before, we've offloaded to the front. So we've got a little more work going on in the front. So now what we're going to look for is the side step plus a push-up. So I'll show you how that works. And hopefully what we get is isolation of the rear feet. He's really squirrely this morning, you guys. I'm sorry. So he's on where I want him. I'm going to pull down. He's going to push up. I'm going to wait for the side step. We're going to pull down. He's going to push up. Wait for the side step. Pull down. Push up. And then back across. Yes. Pull down. And push up. Good. Pull down and push up. I didn't want the full down. Whoopsies. A little too little on that one, Bubba. So back to the side. We're going to pull down and we're going to push up. Yes. Pull down and push up. Whoops. I can't say that word. He wants to do the behavior. So move him through the push up. Yes. Good boy. So notice how he is really not moving his rear a whole lot. Right here, buddy. Your dogs may kind of sidestep a little bit with their rear. That's okay at first. They'll figure it out eventually. And what we will do next is actually make the platform back there a little bit smaller. So that makes it even a little bit more brain work for them. Yes. Good. Good. Get your foot over there. Yes, good boy. Okay. All right. So you can continue on with your roll out the yoga mat and do some variations with that for brain games, but you can tell by this week also that this definitely will add some brain work into the exercises for the dogs. Little bitty bits of modification really change the brain aspect of it. They really have to think about it and figure out what they're doing. So it will be a little bit of a mental challenge for them on every single one of these skills. Okay, So, hope you guys are enjoying. I'm not hearing much from you in the group, but hopefully everything's going okay, and you guys let me know if you have any questions. All right? I'll talk to you soon.